The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader.
We're on the Moontrain!
This is how you become a day trader.
Alright, guys. Good job today. These were my successful trades. Nothing major. Guess I could have slept any one of them a little harder and be done with it. But anyways, I just want to alert everybody to the fact that had you bought calls here for Tuesday, for here, you made nothing. So I was right at open looking at the 675s for Tuesday, and the reason was we had this kind of same setup here for Monday, right, where we're up off of lows, and that was the move, that was it. And they went from like 109 to 140, and then they stayed within this range. Was able to offload them here for the second batch for 70, but I still held runners. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I did. I figured maybe on a Nvidia guide up like that the market would believe it, but no. What did we achieve? High in the final hour and a smackdown off the same level. So very, very simple. Unless you gap over these highs and you take on this gap is going to be possibly visited on Thursday. Which brings us to like, premiums are fucked, the narrative is fucked, nobody's feeling it, it's a complete mess. What to do? Well, that's the thing, do nothing. Do absolutely nothing unless there is solid news coming your way. So we are here, all right? This is the overall gamma, but let's just look at tomorrow. And I don't know what could happen. That 647 gamma stick has changed. This now looks like a bottom, but you're up here, right? You don't need any bad news at all to go gap fill below and hit 660. If the news is bad enough, you get down there, okay? But that has changed and we've been keeping an eye on it. Wednesday, FOMC, this is kind of opened up, like you're not gonna go do anything more than gap fill. They still have that 680 there, but they have moved some stuff down. So if you feel the urge to play tomorrow for more chop, the whole week looks kind of like then what would I do? I would wait for a pop and short it, okay? Now my personal plan tomorrow is if we somehow, even if it's a fake cut, and it'll likely be a fake cut, because like what good news can you get? Like best case scenario fake cut, you have your cup, instead of a price pullback, it's a time pullback, you gap over here. I'm out, dude. I am out. I ain't doing shit besides giving you guys commentary unless there's another playable news event. So like for instance today, and I think Cecil said it best, there's no way of catching this unless you're selling here, which I did, right? And I even held runners, and what good did that do me? Nothing. I should have just gotten out everything. High in the final hour came, that's what I was trying to play, and got smacked down. So essentially here you're dealing with two gaps, right? You got this gap up here. Let me move off, and if you don't know how to do it, now you know. You got this gap and you got this gap. Both or one of them will fill by Thursday. You're not just gonna be hanging out here, right? And I would want to get up here first. Why is that? Because if we could get up here into Jerome, come on, man. I mean, that's the obvious play then. Okay, I'll even draw it out for you. If you can get up here, the obvious play is then to short it. Okay, and it'll probably go a little bit longer than that. You will probably then end up down here in the 47s. There's 53. You can go, right? You can go. Will I buy that to the upside? Yes. So as I've talked, you know, a lot of you guys call me all the time. Plus I got some of my one-on-one guys, members that I talk to. I keep saying the same thing. Premiums are acting funky. You know when I'm like, okay, 20s, boom, score, yes, woohoo. That's not the market we're trading. Nothing is making sense. Why? Because this is what you got left. We were told the countries are excited about going to the Strait of Hormuz to protect their interests. No one's fucking going. Even the president himself said that today. So Jensen did his best today. That's what he got. So we're waiting on this shit to unpin. This was the reaction on MU when he said, however, I think that's an overreaction. If NVIDIA is going to be doing 1 trillion, memory is needed from everybody. And that keynote speech, you should watch it, and you should watch it again because it was really, really advanced, okay? So anyways, that's the overall carrot, is still AI and all of that. But right now, you can't tell me with a straight face that the economy is doing good and inflation isn't about to hyperbolically hit some serious targets. Japan has its oil reserves, 3rd largest in the world. China is gonna get their fucking oil from here. They're also gonna get it from Russia. Europe said no because they don't want to get involved. Bibi is in hiding. Trump's chief of staff said, I gotta go. Now what? You have a few days to seriously bring this down. Now, I'm not gonna get all bear on you, but I am saying Bitcoin did rally earlier than the market, and people are also fleeing to safety. That's not me saying, oh yeah, go run after crypto stocks, but money does tend to move, and it's been here for quite a while, so I take this as a good sign. However, that is the Bollinger Band, that is a maxed out stow. These can also shit the bed. I don't think that FOMC is gonna be bullish, but due to the VIX and that hockey stick we had, this, I was talking about this earlier today. Remember? Boom, 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 we caught the rally. Boom, 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 boom. Now what? It is technically under there. I am expecting maximum fuck shit the next few days. I am going to be careful. I urge you to be careful too. We are 2 days away from this. I don't call myself, you know, first quarter Moontrain, right? Very interesting here. You see, this is the flow. QQQ, dark pool, QQQ, flow, SPY, dark pool versus flow. Very interesting setup here. I expect big moves to both ways. I am not stoked that you got this big of a bounce on the Namo and SPY did what the fuck it did because it was completely unplayable. Puts are up again, and look at that bounce. Can that Friday have been a low? Yes. But you do this tomorrow, yay. You continue to do this on Wednesday, yay. Then you get a little bit of that up and down. Then what? Then what? Trump said nothing's gonna end until at least next week. I mean, one of the aspiring dudes need to like come up with a plan right now. That's all I'm saying. So again, to recap, my plan tomorrow, if any of my runners agree, I'm out, and time to fucking sit on hands and wait on some news. Obviously, if we see something, we will play something. But I am not just gonna get in to get chopped up with a record high IV on shitty contracts. Like, what's the point in that? When you have a VIX 1D that drops by 50% and any over the weekend calls did next to nothing, then what? Literally, then what? So we are waiting on news. No one exactly knows what news that is. Tomorrow, the biggest node is up here on SPX. Okay, so that would be like 675 SPY. Great. Problem is SPY's node's down here and QQQ is under its node. So these indices aren't even lining up together. Okay, and that sucks. Okay, so all eyes on Nvidia. It'll probably eat up premiums now, so that's not it. Apple, whatever. We're still dealing with the VIX, which is a bitch. Okay, God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow at open.